Live from Studio 46, this is Good Morning Union Canal.
Good morning, Union Canal, a place where we show respect, show responsibility, show safety, and do our job. Please rise for the salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag and now let's say our Union Canal Creed. Today is a new day to reach my potential. You may be seated. Good morning. Today is Thursday, October 13th, 2022. It is day 3 on the special schedule. The announcements this morning are given by Kehlani Verdesia
and Amelia Vega. Today's lunch is National School Lunch Week, Lunch 3. That means cheeseburger, potato, wedges. What? Oh geez, I'm sorry. I misread that. It's potato wedges. That sounds much less painful. Also, baked beans, fresh cucumber dunkers, fresh fruit and vegetable bar, and milk. On the salad bar is a turkey sandwich. There are no birthdays today. We would like to welcome all our guest teachers who are with us today.
Today's top stories are attention all 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. Now is your chance to have your artwork featured on the cover of this year's yearbook. If you'd like to submit your own yearbook cover design and possibly win $50 cash, grab a paper from Miss Boyer down in the art room. Covers are due by next Friday, October 21st. And now here are a few yearbook cover design examples to help you get started.
Yearbook cover design examples.
In other news, attention all students. The deadline to submit an application for Fall Falcon Foundation grants and awards is this Saturday, October 15th. But what exactly is the Falcon Foundation? How do you apply for it? And how much sweet cash can your pocket from it? Well, here to answer at least 2 of those questions, Mrs. Scoundrel in a video produced by Cedar Crest High School film students.
Basically, like I said, just if you have if you want to take a class, something that you think it's important for you, or need some extra help tutoring, then approach the Falcon Foundation. Have your parents. You need some your parents' teacher signature. Read the directions. Say ask your parents. Hey, I think I can do this. And then talk to your teacher, and boom. Apply for a grant. Yeah. We've got kids went to NASA camp, soccer camps for different sports, different educational opportunities and field trips and stuff. So not too much on trips, but paying for the fees for the trips is what we do. So but it just helps. That was the coolest thing. Is if you get a chance, you want to see a binder of all the different thank you letters of all the different students. The music camps, very popular thing is music. Lessons and stuff, so that's cool.
To apply for Falcon Foundation, go to clsd.k12.pa.us. Then click on the Falcon Foundation tab. Then click on the Application tab and scroll down to the application you need. Applications are due October 15th.
In super spooky trunk or treat news, attention all students, this Friday we're kicking off the upcoming Halloween season by holding our first ever Union Canal trunk or treat right here at Union Canal. Come on out and experience candy, costumes, and potential for future cavities. The spookiness starts at 6 p.m., so be here if you dare.
Are you okay?
No, not really.
Oh, well, do you want to talk about it?
No, it's fine. Just forget about it.
Are you sure?
I said forget about it, Amelia!
Well, it's Thursday, and you know what that means?
I sure do. It means there are reruns of The Office all night on Comedy Central. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
Bears do not. What is going on? What are you doing?
No, you silly goose. I mean, it's time for another pumpkin spice food review.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant to say.
So with that in mind, here's another installment of our segment, Pumpkin Spice Food Review with Dr. Campbell.
Hey kids, Dr. Campbell here, and can you believe it? We've already on our 4th week of pumpkin spice food reviews. Man, time sure does fly. Why, it seems like just yesterday that I was a little bit younger, had a little bit more hair, and the Pittsburgh Steelers weren't absolutely a garbage football team. Oh, which reminds me, fire Tomlin. Fire all of them. And with the time going so fast, it makes you realize how much of the world you haven't seen before. But no need to worry, folks, because you'll get to see all of the world in my brand new spin-off travelogue, Crossing Borders with Dr. Campbell, where I travel all across the globe, spreading the good word of pumpkin spice to those less fortunate than I, debuting on the new Good Morning Union Canal Plus streaming service sometime next year probably. If that sounds like something you'd want to watch for some reason, call a good therapist. Or you can call 717-270-7227 and then scream, "I demand more Campbell in my diet," into the phone. Call now and we'll also free in a free set of steak knives. But enough about me getting to travel the world on your dime. Because why travel to far off lands when I am the leader of my own punk kingdom right here? And with great power comes great responsibility. So, let's check in with our leaderboard and see whose recipe has pleased me the most. Whoa, baby, I can't believe what I'm looking at. You all should see this leaderboard. This is cray-cray. All right, well, that's it for the look at this week's leaderboard. So who is going to win my huge, absolutely gargantuan prize, once in a lifetime prize, by making me the greatest pumpkin spice dish of this or any time? Well, let's not talk about it, because I'd much rather that we indulge together. Shall we? Today's pumpkin spice recipe comes by way of the first grade hallway once again. And no, Mrs. Schmidt didn't make me any more of her dog food scented pumpkin spice getty. This dish comes from our very own Mrs. Durr. That's right, former violin player Mrs. Durr. And I know for a fact that whatever Mrs. Durr makes is not going to stink or have any odor to it. Because Mrs. Durr made a traditional Chinese dish for me with a little bit of fall flavoring. Mrs. Durr's, here they are, Chinese pumpkin spice wontons. To which I say, Xia Xia Ni. What did I just say, you ask? Well, I think I said thank you in Chinese. At least that's what I hope I said. But while I figure out what it is that I actually just said, let's take a look at how Mrs. Durr put her Chinese pumpkin spice wontons together. Roll it.
Okay, so cutting these has not been an easy task, and I hope Dr. Campbell appreciates the work I've put into this. I steam these pieces until they are soft enough to turn into a mesh. So I need to scoop a little bit of this pumpkin mash into the center here. And then I put a piece of cheese in the center. And then I take this egg wash. And I put this over the edges. And then close it up to seal it. Make sure all the air bubbles are out of it. And now it's ready for frying.
Wow, looking good, Mrs. Durr. And hey, did you guys know why these are called wontons? It's because the recipe Mrs. Durr used ended up making 1 ton of them. That's right, Mrs. Durr has enough wontons to feed a small army. And that army is in luck, because each wonton is filled to the brim with Japanese pumpkins, Shanghai-style wonton wrappers, and nutmeg. Ah, nutmeg. You're swift as the coursing river, with all the force of a great typhoon, with all the strength of a raging fire, and mysterious as the dark side of the moon. And mister, eating it will make a man out of you. All right, Mrs. Durr, let's see if these Chinese pumpkin spice wontons will enlighten me. Tell you what, the leaderboard is going to become pretty crowded. This is some of the best pumpkin spice stuff that Dr. Campbell has tried. Thank you, Mrs. Durr. Really, really good.
Thanks, Dr. Campbell.
And now let's head over to Mrs. Martinez with the letter. Mrs. Martinez?
Hey, good morning, Union Canal. It's Mrs. Martinez here with the weather. Today, unfortunately, it's going to be raining. I don't know the temperature, but because it doesn't matter. You'll probably stay indoors for recess. All right, well, make it a great one, you see.
Thank you, Mrs. Martinez, for Kanani Verdecia and all of us here at Good Morning Union Canal. I'm Amori Vega, reminding you to stop and think again. Have a great day.
You said my name wrong again!
It's okay.
Let's go talk about this.
No.
Let's go, come on. Let's go talk about this. You said my name wrong 3 times!
It's okay.
It's not okay! Let's go talk about this.
Nope.
Come over here. Then let's go that way.
Nope.
This way. This way. This way.
I have an instrument.
And so do I!
And this is water.
That's a high school yacht club.
Please just go to New Zealand.